Let's start tonight over on the football field where the Montana Grizzlies were back home in Washington Grizzly and looking to get back on track with a win in Week 9. Montana starting quarterback Dalton Sneed out for today on crutches. Grizz looking to get back on track after a bad loss to Sac State last weekend, back home for Week 9. Eagles moving the ball well early here. The Corvallis kid, Jace Gilder, getting in the action for Eastern. He takes the pass down to the 40-yard line. Then a few plays later, Eric Barrier slings it across the middle to Andrew Boston, who shakes his defender and extends for the end zone. What an effort there for the touchdown. Eastern up 7-0 early. Then second quarter, Eagles want more on their next drive. Barrier hits to Lolo Limu Jones on the bubble screen, and he makes a man miss badly, and he takes it 60-plus yards down to the Montana 5-yard line. Then the very next play, the big man, Tamarick Pierce, takes the rock and bullies his way in for 6. Eagles up 14-3. But then Marcus Knight gets going, gets the call, and he punches it in. Grizz climb within one score. It's 14-10 now. Then here in the third quarter, Knight breaks through the line, and he is loose, gone. 45 yards to the house. He ended the day with 131 yards and 3 touchdowns. We got a tie ball game at 17 all. Then fourth quarter, guess who? Knight again, this time bounces outside, 9 yards out, then leaps over defender for 6 again, and the Grizz take a 27-17 lead. The Grizz roll to a 34-17 win after outscoring Eastern 24-3 in the second half.
For the first time in 3 weeks, the Montana Grizzlies played in front of a home crowd at Washington Grizzly Stadium, and all eyes were on backup quarterback Cam Humphrey, who was making his first start as a Grizzly after Dalton Sneed was injured last week against Sac State. However, Montana's running game, led by back Marcus Knight, proved to be the difference maker in this one.
Yeah, it was a big emphasis all week. You know, as a running back, you're always excited when you get told that you're going to be able to run the ball, and the whole O-line very excited. So we just went into the game, ready to run the ball, and as our coaches say, like those 2, 3, 4-yard runs early in the game, later in the game they get worn down and they become 10, 15, and maybe break one. So it was just trusting, the play calling, trusting the holes, and eventually they're gonna pop.
Knight finished the game with 26 carries for 131 yards and 3 touchdowns as Montana piled up 254 total yards on the ground. After Eastern jumped to a 14-3 lead in the first half, Knight tied the game 17-17 in the third quarter on a 45-yard burst that swung momentum in Montana's favor. Humphrey finished the game 20 for 29 for 176 yards and a touchdown, a 6-yard score to Samuel Akim.
Going into last week, I was kind of aware of the situation. I knew the team was going to rally around me. The defense was going to step up, and they did. The old linemen played a hell of a game, and we have a pretty good running back behind us too, so it made it easy for me.
In Missoula, Kyle Hansen, MTN Sports.